Hi everyone, welcome to the Wisconsin Science Festival Spring Jelly Bean Experiment. My name is Greta and we all work with the Wisconsin Science Festival. The festival is a week-long, statewide celebration of science, art, and technology that takes place all throughout Wisconsin. This year the festival will take place October 16th through October 26th. I'm a journalism student at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. One of my favorite things about spring is getting to spend time outside. I'm here today with my friends Morgan and me, and we are going to experiment with dissolving jelly beans. Hi guys, I'm Morgan. I'm a life sciences communication and global health student here at UW-Madison. During the spring, I love going on runs on the bike paths here in Madison. I'm excited to see what happens to these jelly beans when we experiment on them. My favorite part of the Wisconsin Science Festival is exploring the science on the square, but...
Hi everyone, I'm me. I'm studying marketing at UW-Madison. My favorite thing about Wisconsin Science Festival is that how science bring people all ages together. And check out our website with scifest.org to learn more about the Wisconsin Science Festival, and stay tuned for our upcoming events.
Jelly beans are a delicious spring treat, but have you ever thought of using them for science? We hadn't either until we found this cool experiment. Today, we are going to use jelly beans to see how different liquids dissolve solids. What does it mean when something dissolves? A substance, in this case our jelly beans, breaks down and mixes with another substance, in this case our liquids. The two mix and form what is called a solution.
For a liquid to dissolve a solid, the molecules in liquid and solid must be attracted, and today we're going to show you a series of experiments to figure out which liquid dissolves the solid.
The four liquids we'll be using today are warm water, cooking oil, vinegar, and rubbing alcohol. Along the way, we'll create a hypothesis for each liquid to predict what will happen. In the end, we'll see if we were right or wrong. We have an activity sheet for you to follow along at home. Use this with the experiment to make predictions, cultivate your curiosity, and record your observations. So before we start, let's make sure we have everything we need. First, you want to take 4 small jars or plastic cups, jelly beans, and your 4 different liquids. Also, you want a spoon or a mixing utensil if you need.
We'll be starting our experiment by seeing if jelly beans can dissolve in warm water. And though you can start with any liquid that you want. And before we start, we can use our sheet to predict if jelly beans can dissolve in warm water. What do you think?
I predict that warm water will dissolve our jelly beans, which I'm going to write on my observation sheet. Now, let's see for ourselves. We can pour the warm water into our jar. Now, we're going to add our jelly beans to warm water and see what happens. So I can just drop them in. And then if you have a spoon or a mixing device, you can try giving it a stir. Then you can kind of see how the water gets cloudy as some of the jelly beans start to mix with the water. Yeah.
So if we look into our container right here, we can see that our jelly beans are dissolving as the outer part is mixing into the water. Let's write down.
Now we're going to see if cooking oil can dissolve jelly beans. Nee, do you think it can?
I don't think the cooking oil will dissolve our jelly beans, so let's give it a try.
Let's write down what we see. So as we can see, it doesn't look like the jelly beans are dissolving too much, but they are losing color.
However, we can check back after a few days to see if our jelly beans can dissolve in cooking oil.
Next, let's test vinegar. Vinegar is an acid, so do you think it will make the colors spread faster or slower? I think it will make the colors spread faster and they will dissolve. Let's pour in and watch. Okay, so what we can see from stirring the jelly beans in our vinegar is it looks like they're losing color pretty fast. Let's write that down. For our final liquid, we will be seeing if rubbing alcohol can dissolve jelly beans. Rubbing alcohol is usually used to kill germs, so it'll be interesting to see what it can do to jelly beans. Let's make our final prediction. I think rubbing alcohol won't dissolve jelly beans, so I'm gonna write that on my sheet. But we have to figure it out for ourselves. Let's go. Alright, so it doesn't look like there was too much dissolving going on, but we're just gonna wait and see what happens. We can always use our activity sheets hours, but also days and weeks after our initial experiment. While we showed you so many different jelly bean experiments, there are so many more you can do. Let's get creative. Try shaking the containers to see if there are any different results, stirring them, or even try different additions like M&Ms or marshmallows. A fine part of science is thinking of new things to try. There are a lot of different places to find more resources about chemical reactions and how things dissolve if you're curious about learning more. The American Chemical Society website is a great place to start for educational resources.
It was so much fun figuring out which liquid dissolved our jelly beans. Sometimes our prediction might be wrong, but that's make science so much fun.
Comment and let us know which liquid worked best for you. Don't forget to fill out the experiment sheet so you can keep track of all the experiments that we did here today. Share your observations with us by emailing a copy of your observation sheet to info@yscifest.org. Stay curious and look out for more fun at-home activities from the Wisconsin Science Festival. Check out yscifest.org to learn more about the festival taking place October 16th through October 26th.